Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you my entire process of the first week of Huevember. I'm planning to do every single day of the month of Huevember, and in this video I'll be showing you the first month. So if you don't know what Huevember is a month-long challenge in November where every day has a different hue and you have to make an illustration for the day with that hue as the main color. You can obviously use black and white in every drawing because that is on the spectrum of every single hue. And you can also use other colors as long as the main color stays prevalent. So I'm kind of going to be making my own rules because I just really want to have fun this month. And my main goal is just to practice with markers and illustration in general, but I really just want to have fun. I'm hoping that at the end of this month I'll have 30 little colorful illustrations. Some will definitely be better than others, some I might spend like 10 minutes on, but I encourage you to grab your sketchbook and draw along with me. Okay, so here's my planning for Huevember, the colors. I haven't used this sketchbook, which is an Ohu sketchbook by the way, since March, but I'm gonna be doing all of the illustrations of Huevember in this sketchbook. So yeah, I just kind of went through all of my markers and then chose the ones that I thought would fit the most. I looked up the official prompt list and I kind of tried to follow that. I just really tried to get a range of every single color. I just made sure that not the entire month would be blue and green, for example, so I don't have that many oranges. So this here is every single color for the month of Huevember that I chose. Especially in this area, it's kind of awkward gradient-wise, but it's alright. We'll only be using a color every day. We don't have to use them all together. Oh, and by the way, I'll mostly be using these twin markers, so let's go! Hi guys, it's currently November 1st, which means the first day of Huevember. So we're gonna start with the first color. The first color that I picked is this lemon yellow. Okay, so I wrote 30 prompts the other day, well, like a week ago, so I don't really remember them. And I'm gonna pick a prompt every day. And if I don't feel like doing it, or I want to do it later, or I feel inspired by something else, I'm just gonna do that. This is just in case I feel stuck, or like to get me somewhere. I'm gonna close my eyes and we're gonna get one out and we're gonna see what it is. Oh, that is more than one. Okay, let's pick, I'm looking away, let's pick this one. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's see. Man. I knew I put this in here and I was like, I'm gonna hate it when I get this. I just wrote man because I don't draw men that often. Do I want to do this? We can design a fun outfit or something. I'm gonna do all of the planning in this sketchbook, in this Leuchtturm sketchbook, because that is like my main sketchbook right now. I also thought of some things, I guess I drew a man. I also thought of some things that are yellow, because this entire week is gonna be yellow. But that's great, because yellow is my favorite color. Could you guys tell? Okay, so the prompt is man. Okay, I'm just gonna start sketching. We can do a portrait maybe, or like a full body. Depends on what we feel like. We have ourselves a man. Let's also swatch this color. So almost all of the markers that I have a brush nib, but because I prioritize like having the biggest range of colors, range of hues, I added 3 markers that don't actually have a brush nib, and this is one of them. But yeah, that's our color. It's a very vibrant, well, lemon yellow. We can do something with that, with lemon. I like lemons. What if he's wearing like a shirt, like the little pocket, but there's like a lemon pattern? That's not a lemon, what is that? So the first thing that comes to mind, maybe like a suit? This does not work. Okay, it's fine, it's just a sketch. Some legs. Oh yeah, it doesn't have a face. My man does need a face, right? I can also use like neutral grays to get more like difference in value, because this is a very light color. And if you layer it with gray, there we have my grays. If we have that color and we layer it with warm gray, this paper is definitely not the best for this, but we can test that. Maybe we can do like his hair, maybe something lighter, like warm gray too. Yeah, it doesn't work at all on this paper, but it might work. It might work better in the other sketchbook. If you're wondering, wow, why aren't you sketching in that sketchbook? Don't wonder that. Just don't think about it. We can add a lemon texture to this suit. Then we can make his pants like black, so there's contrast. I swear I can draw better than this. I don't know. Actually, I don't have an excuse, but I can draw better. And then his hair, we can mix the yellow with maybe warm gray, not Clover 7. Maybe with warm gray too. Shoelaces. Maybe his shoelaces are also yellow. I think we have a plan. So it's time to start sketching. And it's time to start. So maybe I'm taking the easy way out here. I'm basically going with my first idea, but I don't think that's a bad thing. There's gonna be 30 sketches, 30 illustrations. I'm not gonna spend 3 hours on every one of them, that would be insane. Okay, we're not there yet, but if I'm gonna do line art, I'm gonna use either these Micron fine liners or this Sakura fine brush. And I don't know if they can handle, I don't know if they smudge. You can do it in a corner. And while that dries, we can continue sketching. Thick eyebrows, because my man's a man. I'm in a very sketchy mood. I don't want to spend forever on this. Oh my god. I'm gonna get this hand in. Could be worse, could be worse. I think the sketch is almost done. Yeah, I don't know if I want to add line art. I don't really want to erase this and trace it. So that would mean it's time for color. Oh, we're gonna see if it smudges. So this was the thick one. Okay, that one definitely smudges. That one definitely smudges as well. That's great. Well, that means we're either not gonna do line art at all, or we're gonna do it afterwards. Probably afterwards, I guess. I would like to lightly erase it, but my needed eraser is... yeah. There's not gonna be that much yellow. I can make the shoes yellow. I can also just make the entire pants yellow. Maybe do the same thing with the hair, but with a different value. The shoes... I don't know. I think that's a better idea to actually use this color. And we're gonna start with this. Not scary at all. I want to practice my markers this month. It is a very fun color though. A little streaky, but we're just gonna use those streaks to our advantage and kind of follow the legs. Actually, I kind of like these very bright yellow pants too. We can also go right in and do his hair. Also, the pencil is smudging. We can also darken it with the pencil lead. But that might muddy it a lot, so maybe we won't do that. We were gonna make this black. We can add warm gray 3 or warm gray 2 on top of the hair. Maybe we can use this one to add shadows to the pants. I don't know. I think I'm gonna use warm gray 3 for the hair. Well, that definitely makes it darker, but it also makes it not look similar to this at all. Let's add in the little lemons. I'm very bad at repetitive shapes, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you gonna make this look like lemons? 6, 5, 6? Would you guys wear this? I think it's kind of cute. Slowly forgetting what a lemon looks like. I also have this warm gray 01. I don't know if it's gonna look if we add it here. Let's try it. That kind of works. Maybe we can use this one for shadow. I don't actually really like this, but we're gonna have to go through with it. It's too late now. Maybe go over this again. I think I'm gonna outline the lemons so they actually look like lemons. Maybe he has dark socks as well. I want to bring some life in his face, but this bright yellow might not be it. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Some very, very yellow blush. All that's left is his shoes. Let's start with warm gray 2. I actually wanted the shoelaces to be yellow, but that's a little bit too late. This needs shading actually. I found my warm gray 1, but it's not a brush marker, but maybe we can use this for the shading. Oh, that's scary. Okay. I think we're actually almost done. It looks kind of cute. I wouldn't have thought of this without the color. I think I'm gonna add some black. That's like a flexible nib. I don't know if we should outline everything or just add some more contrast to certain places. We can actually add some texture to his pants, like a pattern with black. I really feel like it, but I think we're almost done, actually. For day 1, that is. That will be it for day 1. Here are some close-ups. We still have 29 more to go, only 6 in this video, but there are still so many different concepts and ideas to explore. So now on to day 2. Guys, today is November 2nd, and today's color is anise? I think that's how you pronounce it, I don't know.
Anise.
And I haven't really thought about today yet, but I'm drawing Armin because I love him, and I was actually in the middle of this when I realized, wait, he has blonde hair, we can just draw him for today. So I might do that. We can still get a prompt for today, but maybe we'll just completely ignore it. Let's see, let's go with this one. Fan art! No way! Oh my god, I did not fabricate anything. Well, that's okay. I know what I'm drawing today. I'm gonna finish this page and then we're gonna go over to this sketchbook and draw Armin again. I'm so excited, oh my god. Okay guys, I finished the Armin sketch. And by the way, if you don't know him, it's Armin from Attack on Titan. And I love him a lot. So I was just drawing him and this is perfect, so perfect. So yeah, I drew these really quickly because I'm super hyper for some reason. And I'm gonna sketch him maybe big because he deserves it. And first I'm gonna calm down. Okay, I've got the sketch here, nice and big to fill up the page. I'm not the biggest fan of the sketch, but we're gonna have to roll with it. I don't have anything else. We're gonna start with the hair because that's the one color I'm absolutely certain about. I sketched him in this maroon color because otherwise he's gonna turn out really dull and gray, and I don't want that. And I make my own rules this Huevember. It is incredibly windy outside, like almost stormy, so if you can hear that, I apologize. By the time this video comes out, I'm pretty sure that Attack on Titan is gonna be over, which is actually insane. I actually plan to make a video about Attack on Titan and like my experience on it because I want to make a full piece. So I'm not gonna go too in depth or I won't have anything for that video. But I just really like Attack on Titan. I don't know, it's one of the first anime that I really got into. I kind of messed up here. I don't know why I decided I'm not gonna follow my sketch, but well. I just realized that I was gonna use this one for like the gray parts because otherwise we won't have enough yellow. Can try going over it. That's not making it any better actually. This is probably just gonna lift. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look better. We can use it for the shading of the shirts, but yeah, also on the face. It's gonna have a very yellow face. His eyes, he has blue eyes, but well, we don't have blue. I think we're just gonna have to shade with this yellow and then we'll see after that. Maybe we can go over it with a light gray. Oh, this is actually dark too. Okay, we can try put this down first. Guess it's armbands or something, I don't know. And then we'll go over it with warm gray 4. And now it has a very warm undertone. That does look better. You definitely need to layer the light shades first and then go over with the darker ones, or it won't work. Because then it's just gonna lift like it did there. Warm gray 1 works pretty nice for shading actually. Wait, we're gonna do this with yellow first. It kind of makes him look like he's in some sort of evening setting where the sun, when there's that bright glow, that's kind of what it looks like. Actually, can we pause the video right here? Okay, yeah. Appreciate how it's looking right now because I will go in with layers and layers of gray and I will lose that pretty yellow color. So can we just pretend that it looks like this? Okay. Yeah, one more look. Okay, thank you. Let's continue. I'm definitely not experienced when it comes to shading with markers, but that's what this month is for, so I'm also gonna darken this a little bit. I'm just gonna shade the hair with warm gray too, we'll see how it looks. I think Mappa has a very, like the animation studio has a very dark style when it comes to shading, so maybe it'll work. Throw some warm gray 1 in there. I don't want to lose too much yellow actually, which I'm kind of doing right now. So we'll just throw in more yellow. But yeah, like I was saying yesterday, this one actually does have a brush nip. So it's way more flexible, although it doesn't, it's more convenient when it comes to shading. If you're just doing flat colors, kind of like this, it doesn't matter that much actually. I forgot to mention, for the sketch I used this magenta polychrome Faber-Castell, in case you're interested. I think we're getting pretty close to finishing it. I'd normally definitely go in with this colored pencil to add more shading, but since this has a color of its own, I don't
want it to distract too much from the yellow, which should be the main color.
We can kind of try to do line art with this in some places. I really didn't spend too long on it, but I don't know. I have this Posca pen that is always watery and not working. We'll see if it works. Kinda works. That's gonna be it for day 2. I'm very happy, but mostly surprised that I actually got fan art, because that was just perfect for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Now that I'm really looking at him, he really looks like Eren. We all know that it's Armin. That's what matters. Actually, can you guys see the resemblance between Armin and... It's November 3rd, so time for the 3rd drawing. Today's color is Moonlight. This is one of the few Spectrum Noir markers that I included. Let's get a prompt for inspiration. I cannot read. Still life. Well, okay, what I think I'm gonna do is draw this little corner of my desk. I don't think I'll draw all of that, but at least the plants and the hand and that little duck. Maybe Mikey, because he's kind of yellow too. Okay guys, I did a little thumbnail, which I think is really cute. And I'm doing it on a separate piece of paper because this is how it's looking. It's not super accurate, but it will have to do. So I'm really planning not to use too much gray, because I didn't like that in the previous drawing. So we're gonna see how far we're gonna get with just the yellow marker. Okay, I threw some color on here very quickly, but now it's really bland, and I don't want to color in the leaves because then everything's gonna be yellow and that doesn't work. So I thought maybe I won't put gray on the yellow, because that's mostly what went wrong last time. So I'm thinking of adding this gray marker to like the background and this pen to add some contrast. I think it's a darker value than the yellow, so we're gonna see how that goes. Here's how it's looking. We've definitely made some progress and there's more contrast, so that's good. But the plant just looks really bare right now, so I might add yellow in the tips and then we'd be done. I'm so used to digital clipping masks where you can't go outside the lines, so I forgot how to color, so yeah. If we look at the back, you can see that the yellow's pretty nicely distributed. And there it is, all snugly stuck in my sketchbook. That's gonna be it for day 3. It's a rather quick one, but I actually like this one a lot, sort of. I do like the colors. I think I was able to get some contrast without needing 5 different layers of gray. So I'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay guys, it's Huevember 4th. Today's color is Fresh Yellow 44. We're gonna get a prompt and then we're gonna get to thinking, I guess. Ball gown! I love drawing ball gowns! Let's go. Okay, so today's prompt was ball gown, which I was really excited about because I've been drawing a lot of ball gowns lately, which is why I included the prompt in the first place. But I immediately thought of Belle from Beauty and the Beast, so I started sketching her in my sketchbook to kind of familiarize myself with her design a little more. As much as I like Emma Watson herself, I'm not really a fan of her in the live action movie, so I knew that I had to go with the original Belle. So I sketch her again with this magenta pencil, and I already messed up on the mouth, but I fixed that later, so no worries there. So after like half the sketch was done, I actually went to coloring, but then I quickly realized that the marker that I planned on using was way more messed up and dried out than I had anticipated. But luckily I have another marker of the same color, just without that brush nib, So I went on and grabbed that one and just used it for most of the drawing. So for the sketch, I kind of left it halfway done because I didn't want the marker to blend with the pencil too much, because I really wanted that bright yellow that I haven't been able to keep shining through so much lately. So yeah, after most of the colors were done, I added in more pencil. And then for the hair, I used a warm gray marker again, something that wasn't too saturated. I also darkened up the face a little bit with the marker in the end. And then for the details on the dress, I didn't want to use the exact same yellow marker that was already everywhere in the drawing, especially around the hands and the torso. There wasn't too much contrast, but I kind of managed in the end. So yeah, I used this sort of hatching technique, which didn't really work, but I don't know, I just left it. At this point, I wanted to see if I could get a lighter color by putting it on this like porcelain plates and then adding rubbing alcohol to it. And that kind of worked, so I used that as blush in some areas. It didn't really work that well, but that could also be because I used the most crusty old brush I could find for some reason. And on the dress, I just kind of layered yellow and yellow until it wouldn't look patchy. So in the end, that got really saturated and bright, which I do like. Finally, some real yellow. And then she's done. So I stuck it in my sketchbook again next to the previous day. I think the illustration took about 20 minutes, which really isn't too bad, but it's also really small and barely has any colors. But I think I did a way better job at keeping that yellow color than the previous days. So that was it, and now on to day 5. Okay, today is the 5th day. This is the first day that it's arguably more orange, so not only yellow, so that's exciting. It's also the second and last Spectrum Noir marker, this vanilla color. Let's see what today's prompt is. Memory. So one of my memories, okay. What I think I'm gonna do is just think of what this color reminds me of and then attach a memory to it. I don't know, the prompt is kind of vague. Well, it's orange. I can't really think of anything. The color's name is vanilla. We could do something with that, but I don't really want to draw myself eating vanilla ice cream. I can do something that happened to me this week. Okay, so even though this is a very cool color, it is orange, and you know what's also orange? The trees in autumn. And it's been incredibly windy and stormy here where I live. So, real autumn weather, there wind. I've been going on walks lately, sort of. So maybe I can draw myself like on a walk through the autumn leaves. What a gorgeous jacket, okay. Maybe I can go for a walk right now and do like inspiration, because I was planning to go on a walk today. That's me, boys. Okay. Very scrunkly, but I like drawing scrunkly. Maybe a leaf, a tree. This doesn't really go back to something that happened, like a memory. But if I do go on a walk today and find some orange things, it will be a memory, maybe a very new one. But a memory is a memory. This orange also kind of reminds me of tea, although not really, because the U is kind of off, which is the entire point of Huevember. There, tea with a cookie. I'm gonna draw myself. Maybe with the dot eyes. I think the dot eyes are really cute. Big ears. I can also just draw myself, like, maybe surrounded by leaves. I kind of want to draw my jacket. I think my jacket is very aesthetic. And I also found my scarf recently. It's flappies. Buttons. Also, my hair is not this short. I just stopped growing. That's more like it. We can make my jacket orange and my hair and blush. That's actually really cute. Although my jacket is like dark and my scarf is black. And then add some leaves around it. Let's try and add some color with this Ecoline brush pen. I've been using these a ton lately. That was maybe a little too quickly, but we have some color. Add some tone to the scarf. So what I'm gonna do is go for a walk. Okay guys, I'm back from my walk. Memories were made, the sketch was made, and it's time for color. I mirrored it because I never like it when when the character's looking off the page. I just think that's awkward. It's very juicy marker. Maybe because I never use it. That's what this month is for. So I went on a walk for an hour or so, and at the end I went to the petting zoo, I think that's what it's called, and I saw some animals, which was really cute. I'll put up some videos on the screen. I could have drawn those, but I don't want to draw animals today. I can also vaguely remember that one of the prompts that I included is self-portrait, so let's hope we don't get that anytime soon. That'd be kind of stupid. But yeah, I went for this kind of cartoony style because I just think it's cute, and that's enough reason for me. And I also think it's fun, and I just want to have fun. You can definitely kind of see that the pencil that I used smudges, which is not ideal. I also have no clue what I did with the jacket here, but I like this marker. It has a pretty big nib, but because my scarf is black, I'm gonna add this warm gray 3. Actually, now that I've added the color here, we need it in another part of the drawing so it doesn't feel unbalanced, but I'm not sure where. Got my trusty warm gray 1 again, and I think I'm gonna add some kind of trees in the background, which might ruin it. Actually, like within the first 5 minutes of my walk, there were a lot, like branches just broke off because of the heavy winds, and I was kind of afraid I was gonna die. No one was hurt. We're all good. I don't know, I'm just winging it really. Maybe the leaves. I also found this leaf, and I don't know what kind of leaf it is, but before I put it in my pocket, it was pretty. More leaves. We can add some shadow to the hair. Maybe to this. Let's try it here. It works for shadow, but I don't want to add too much because I don't want this again. I'm gonna try that marker diluting technique again that we did yesterday. To add some blush to the face. We can try to put something down and then blend it out. That could be the worst idea ever, but maybe it works. Okay, it's not blending at all. I don't think the paper likes it all that much. I think for the hair I'm actually gonna shade with this pencil. Also, I don't know if you guys remember, but my kneaded eraser is falling apart more than ever, and I actually bought a new one today. I ordered one online, so it should come on Tuesday, so we might still see it. You might still see it at the end of the video. A little bit more shading here. I think I've said it before, but this paper is pretty nice for markers. Oh, oops. But when it comes to pencil, it's just really, really smooth. Time for highlights. Maybe we can try and go over this. Oh, that's not making anything better, is it? Define these leaves a little bit with whatever shape comes to mind. More stripes in the background for wind and trees. I don't really know myself. I think today is done. Some things that I learned today is yes, I do really like it when I shade with this pencil. And 2, don't use the alcohol on a brush. That does not work. It does smell good though. That will be day 2. The color definitely shines through, so that's good. And we drew a memory, so all is good. Actually, one last thing. I'm gonna add some like flyaways. It was still windy and my hair is literally all over the place. Okay guys, day 6 we have light orange. Let's get a prompt. And it is breakfast. Well, I haven't eaten yet today, so time for breakfast. And here I thought the bake and draw video. I'm gonna do this with one hand. Oh, that's... Anyways, and here I thought the bake and draw video would be the only video in my kitchen. But alas, can't forget apple juice, of course. I'm also gonna eat this purely because it really fits the color scheme. Yeah, well, I've definitely made eggs that look better than this, but
from an art perspective, I think it's gonna be really cool to get like all those different like pattern texture in.
Would you guys believe me if I said that I make food and get paid for it? Okay guys, the sketch is all done in my sketchbook. It kind of overlaps with this, but I think that's fine. So I thought a little bit about it, and I think that we can really play with the values like this. Sort of like what we did in day 3. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the bright orange parts like the egg, persimmon, whatever that's called, and the apple juice, and then we'll add in the grays. I also changed the glass shape because I'm not gonna draw a super complex geometric shape. That sounds horrible. Okay, we're gonna add warm gray 2 to the bread. Let's hope it looks good. This definitely does not look like egg, but that's what you get for using an unnatural orange color, I guess. Also, in case anyone was wondering, yes, it was a good breakfast. I liked it. The fruit was very sweet, and the egg, despite it looking, I don't know, it was very good. Also, this marker is drying out. I still have quite some things to go, so that's alright. It's also, yeah, maybe these aren't the best quality markers. And they're also years old, so we'll just get some fun texture. And in case anyone was wondering, yeah, I also only made the breakfast this elaborate for the video. I would not have eaten this if it wasn't the prompt. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to see if this marker is holding up. Okay, I do not know how to draw glass, but I'm gonna add a lighter gray, this gray, to the outer edge of the glass and hope it looks good. This should also be darker than that. How are we gonna do that? Okay, I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. The sun is really bright. I don't know if I got this on camera, but I added warm gray 1 and it doesn't look all too good. My egg also looks more like a dead koi fish than an egg. Well guys, there it is. I am done with it. Drawing food with markers is definitely not my specialty, but it was something different. We had fun. And on top of that, I got a delicious and nutritious breakfast. So well, a win is a win. And now let's go on to the last day of this video. This koi fish skin really sets me off. Okay guys, it's day 7. This will be the last day. We have vermilion, no orange. And today's prompt will be, oh that's a lot. This one. Building. Okay guys, the first thing that came to mind with this poopy orange is a pumpkin. And I didn't specify what kind of building. So I was thinking I could make like a cottagecore type of building that has maybe a little critter, and like the stem can be a chimney, and then it just has a door and everything, and it's super cute. I think that's a really good idea. Yeah, so that's where we're at. I could think of more things, but I like this, and I don't have all day, so I'm gonna go with this. Well guys, guess what? It's a new kneaded eraser. It came in time. And I got this one cuz I don't know if I can open it. I got this one specifically cuz it has a little case, so hopefully it won't dry out as much. But that's exciting. I'm glad it came in time. Yeah. Oh my god, it's actually kneadable. Oh, that's awesome. It's been years since I've had an eraser, a kneaded eraser that actually is kneadable. Wow, that's awesome. It's very soft. I love it. Unrelated, but I also got these. I mean, guys, just look at this. This is like, I can't do anything with this. Oh my god. And I don't know, it's just, it doesn't stick anymore. With this, like, look at that. Okay, enough. So here's the finished sketchbook page with all of the planning. I realized that pumpkins have really cool vines and leaves, so I knew that I had to include those in the illustration. And then at the bottom some cottage girlies, because ain't nobody gonna stop me. And now onto the marker drawing. I made the sketch again in that Faber-Castell pencil that I've been using all week pretty much. I just really like how it looks. I definitely want to revisit this concept in the future with some more creative freedom, but for now the orange and grays is all that I have. I also knew that I definitely had to keep track of my values, because there is a lot of elements in this illustration and it could get muddy really fast. Also, I do realize that the perspective of the pumpkin is a little off, but I do manage to fix that later, so also no worries there. So right when I got the prompt, I was actually not too excited about it because I didn't want to draw a building, but then I thought of the pumpkin house and I was immediately sold. I knew I had to go with that. I didn't specify what kind of building, and it is a building, so I'm following the prompt. So I started with all of the orange parts. I wanted to make sure that there was enough orange in the drawing and that the main color would be the orange of today. And then after that I went in with a lot of grays for the background. For the ground I started using this warm gray 6, but I realized that was incredibly dark and scary. So I moved on to some other elements and added gray there. But I do eventually go on and add that warm gray 6 to the entire ground, because I really wanted to make sure that there was that contrast between the lights and darks. And yes, this marker also dried out, just like warm gray 4 the day before. Wow. If I want to continue doing Huevember with so many grays each day, I will definitely need to look into buying a gray marker set, but that's for another day, we'll see that. So I realized that when you put orange down first and then go over it with a warm gray 2 marker, it makes a very nice muted green color. So I used that for most of the foliage and other nature elements. Well, except for the pumpkin, obviously, but today's marker was another marker that didn't actually have a brush nib, but I actually quite enjoyed using the chisel nib for once. Although one thing with this particular marker is that it smelled very strongly, and it smelled like white wine, which was unsettling in a way. And while the drawing continues to play in the background, I want to give some of my thoughts about the first week of Huevember. So with this challenge, I've already drawn a lot of things that I wouldn't normally draw, like backgrounds and just designs in general. It's also really nice to really experiment with markers because I really want to improve on that. So that's what I'm mostly focusing on this month. And I think I've already learned quite a bunch of things. And yeah, it's just overall really fun. And I think it's going to be so cool to have a full gradient at the end of the month. So I'm definitely looking forward to continuing this challenge. And also be sure to let me know if you're participating in Huevember this year or if you're planning to. Maybe this video has inspired you in some way. Also remember that as long as it's not the end of the month, you can still make one illustration with a single U, and then you've participated in Huevember to some extent. And even if it's not November and you're watching this far in the future, first of all, hi. No, remember that no one is stopping you from making an illustration with one U. It's really fun. It's definitely great practice for your values, and it's definitely really fun, so I would highly recommend it. And there we have the finished illustration, as well as the sketches in my sketchbook. It's far from what I normally draw, but it's very cute, so I'm really glad that I went through it and didn't pick another prompt. That will be it for today's video. I really want to thank you guys so much for watching if you watched all the way to the end. Let me know if you want me to make more videos like this where I record my process for Huevember. It's really fun to share all of my thoughts and the whole process, but it's also a lot of work. And on top of that, I don't want to only post Huevember content this month, because I actually have a lot of sketchbook tours planned still that I want to go through. But if it's something you guys are interested in, let me know, because I can definitely make more content like this. And yeah, it's a lot of fun to make, so. Also let me know if you guys like this style video. It's definitely more vlog style in a way, where I'm doing a lot of different things and also drawing a bunch of different things. I know that I personally get bored very easily, so I really like it when there's a lot going on and things change every couple minutes. Definitely let me know which filming style from what day is your favorite so that I can improve in the future, because I'm still learning and it's really fun, but I would really appreciate your guys' comments on that. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate all of you guys being here, and I'm really excited to show my art journey in this video format. I still have a lot of things planned for the rest of the year, and I will see you guys in my next video, so bye! And be sure to still grab that sketchbook of yours and draw a little bit, and also be sure to drink some juice, of course. Okay, bye!